Next up, podcast listeners, your 21st century left. I actually really like this title for this segment. Your 21st century left. So what is the left like in the 21st century? Well, they just like yell out, even at parades. So they're so triggered. You know, obviously you've seen them, the left, in front of Supreme Court justices' homes protesting, which of course you're not allowed to do. You're not allowed to influence a court or try to intimidate judges. That actually is a crime, and it should be a crime. You should not be allowed to intimidate judges. I think that's a good law. But the 21st century left, this is what they do. They don't believe in laws. They don't believe in the Constitution. No. They just believe in being as rude, as ignorant, as crass, and as ugly as they possibly can. Case in point, in New York City, good old Rudy Giuliani came back, and he decided to walk in the Israeli Day Parade in New York City. It's a big parade. It's an important parade. And in the New York Post, Rudy Giuliani erupted and yelled at a heckler during the parade celebrating Israel, calling the man a jackass and a brainwashed a-hole while defending his record as the city's mayor. Now, keep in mind, Rudy Giuliani is the last mayor of New York City who oversaw the city when it was safe, when it was clean, when it was thriving, and also when it was attacked on 9/11. I mean, this man is a hero, okay? He's a hero in every way. What city in America wouldn't want Rudy Giuliani as their mayor? Okay? I think of the city where I was born and raised, Baltimore City. Baltimore City is a third world country war zone. Literally, that would be giving it a compliment. That's how bad it is. I would love to have Rudy Giuliani as mayor of Baltimore City. I mean, he would clean up the city. He would bring businesses back to the city. He would put people behind bars, the criminals behind bars. He would be rewarding the police officers for doing their jobs, not disparaging them. He would get rid of the crime at the very highest levels of government. That's what he did for New York City. So he comes back to New York City, Rudy Giuliani, and he decides to walk in the Israel Day Parade, I guess that's what it's called. And as you can imagine, the 21st century left decides of this great man who oversaw America's greatest city when it was not just in crisis, but the country was in crisis. And he was the calm. He was the guy that made us confident that we could rebuild. It wasn't George Bush. It was Giuliani. So he's in this parade and he's just minding his own business and back in his old home city, supporting the people. And this person on the sidelines watching the parade just like randomly yells out loud and tries to get into an argument with them. What they didn't understand is this is Rudy Giuliani, right? He's coming right back at you, right in your face, which I love. I love this because increasingly, I was always taught when someone yells at you like that, you should just ignore them, or you should at least try to talk to them in a civil way. Increasingly, this is becoming very difficult in America, where all you're doing is you're in a parade and it's a time of celebration, and you got an idiot who's yelling at you, and you know, you've got a resume that most people will never reach, like Rudy Giuliani, and this idiot's yelling at you. So what do? Well, Rudy was going to have none of it, and he went right back at them. We had that clip. Here it is.
It's up 40% under him. You bet. You're right. I reduce crime, you jackass. You're the best. Why am I the best? You are a brainwashed asshole. And you're probably I am a class act. And you're probably as demented as Biden.
Great. You are a brainwashed a-hole, and you're probably as demented as Biden because the person's just yelling at him randomly from the sideline. It's incredible. The inability to have civil discourse from the left. That's the 21st century left. It is. It's who they are. They're so triggered by a simple R behind your name, right? The simple consonant, an R. Because you're a Republican, they can't help themselves. They're mentally ill. They really are. And it's a celebration, the Israel Day celebration parade. He's just walking down there supporting and providing solidarity and showing solidarity for Israel. And this idiot is yelling at him. And the idiot doesn't think that Rudy's just going to come after him. I love this. I think this is great. I mean, we need more of this. When we have a 21st century left who thinks this is the way you should comport yourself in public, I must say it is time to really take back our country and to challenge them and to expose them for what they are. Lunatics. Absolute lunatics.